Yeah, do I need to sit up for
Do you need to sit up?
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Powwow with Patty, featuring Compassionate Cannabis Clinic's Director of Patient Advocacy, Patty Gordon.
Hi there.
Update you on all of the latest and greatest products for legal cannabis patients in Florida. Patty, what do we have today?
First off, we have Renee from Trulieve.
Hello.
She's going to be announcing some products and some information about Trulieve today. I wanted to start off by talking about Surterra. Surterra is going to be having their soft opening sometime in the near future. Before the end of the year, they'll have their soft opening. Their grand opening will be within the first 2 weeks of January, and that is in Northport. So they'll be opening that very, very shortly. That's their closest dispensary so far to our actual location here in Venice, Florida. So we're going to go on to... anybody that's done the survey, any of our patients that have done the AM PM survey, they need to get those pens that they are offered. They need to call those in and redeem those. So anybody that has filled out those surveys, they need to call in and order those because they will not be able to be ordered after the 31st.
But Patty, that's only for Dr. Gordon's patients.
That is only for Dr. Gordon's patients. They're planning on launching that in the spring of 2018 statewide.
Perfect.
Yes.
So, to recap, Surterra Dispensary, Northport, Florida, within the first 2 weeks of January.
Yes, the grand opening. Yes, and they will have a patient event during that time also.
Nice.
Probably some kind of discount. On to Afria. The villages are opening in 2 weeks. Unfortunately, they're out of stock, and let me tell you, the Pineapple Express and the Blue Dream are amazing. They're out of stock on the hardware, so they said they'll be back in stock this coming week, at the beginning of next week. So anybody that's been calling Afria and not being able to get any vaporization products, that is why. They do have vaporization in the CBDs, and they have all their other products. So that's the only thing they're out of.
And what the folks out there watching should know is that Afria has reformulated their products. So
Yes.
the inhalation products that they are selling now are, in our opinion as patients, much higher quality.
Much clearer, thicker. The THC is way up in them for some reason. I had an 87% THC in my Pineapple Express the other day in a vaporization. So it was pretty up there.
But they're out right now.
Yeah, they are.
You're such a tease.
Well, and the ChemDog 4, that's the whole reason they haven't launched that in their Indica ChemDog 4, is because of the hardware. So they will have all three of those very soon. They said that at the beginning of the week they will have those all filled and ready to go. And now I want to let Renee take over and tell you a little bit about Trulieve's
Yeah,
products.
so thanks everybody for watching. It's been a great year for us at Trulieve. We just opened our lucky number 13 location in Orlando. So we are halfway to our 25 and just keep on growing. We are done for the year opening stores, which is nuts. We keep being like, 2017, or pause on grand openings. Of course, that's what, 2 more weeks
Right.
of 2017. CBD is back. I know that your patients out there, you all have been asking about where's the CBD. So we have CBD back in stock in all locations.
And
now.
would that be in all of your products?
Yep, inhalation, oral, tinctures. It's all back. It's all back. So get your CBD. It is back. Another exciting thing, we've got the holidays right around the corner.
Nice.
So we have some limited edition pins that we have launched. We have them in the stick pins and the Mysticas in both red and green.
So fun!
Yes, that way you can be ready for the holidays. I actually as well and stocked up a little extra for Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day. I just want to be theme ready. So but those are still just the basic $20.
They're pretty.
And they work with all the cartridges, so they're great. Get them for delivery or in store, but once they're out, they're out.
Right,
So
you have a
get them when
limited
you can.
supply, don't you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Christmas, I think that on everybody's Christmas list has been the True Stick.
Can't wait.
I know it's on the top of Patty's list.
Mine too.
We are working so hard to get that ready by Christmas. We actually have had our little elves at the grow filling the cartridges, getting them ready. We're just waiting on some hardware to come in, and then we'll be ready to launch those, fingers crossed, by Christmas, so that everyone who's been a nice patient gets them from Santa this year. Oh, Patty, you keep teasing them.
Little tease, yeah.
And one more little tease on the True Stick then is it will be a completely new strain. When we launch it, it's going to be in a strain that is not currently available in any other of our oral or inhalation products. So that's going to be really exciting as well.
Can't wait. Can't wait
say
to
what
find
it is,
out.
though.
Can't wait to find out.
Secret.
Just to ask, how are these ceramic? Are you guys having stock problems with stuff?
No.
Just out of curiosity.
No. Of course, everybody gets restocked earlier on in the week. So
Right.
when you go on a Saturday or Sunday, it might be a little bit picked over, but come Monday, Tuesday, the stores are going to be restocked again. But no, we're getting caught up.
Good. Good.
So I think that the state issuing the cards a little bit more in batches rather than 1,000 and then holding back and then doing another 1,000 is maybe helping us with our supply and demand issues as well.
And that's something that people need to realize is that 1,000 patients will get approved on a Friday and then they're all at the dispensary the next day buying up all the stock.
Yeah,
so.
everybody's been waiting for how long for their cards, and so the first thing they want to do is, okay, now I want to place my order, and just a reminder, new patients get 15% off their first order, so it's definitely worth it.
Are you still offering $75 off of the $150 on their second purchase?
Yes, we sure are. So to offset the card, the cost of the card, just make sure you remind the team when you're ready to use that coupon in essence. Just tell them hey, I got my plastic card in on the 75 off the 150.
Also, a lot of people don't know about your loyalty program.
Yeah, so we like to call them Trulievers. I'm a Truliever myself. And so for every dollar you spend, you earn a point. And so for every $500 or 500 points, you get 10% off your next purchase.
Nice.
And so it can definitely save up. I mean, that adds up.
And that accumulates, too. If you don't want to spend it all, that your 500, you can keep accumulating more points. You just use 500 out of each batch to get your 10% off. Right? You can accumulate.
You know all the tricks of the trade. I don't know. I'm like, that's not an official, but speaking of the holidays, we have our holiday hours have come out. So for Christmas Eve on the 24th, we will be closing a little bit early. We're going to close at 5 that day. We will be closed on Christmas Day. All locations, the call center, everyone's going to be closed on Christmas Day. But the following day, the day after Christmas, everyone's going to be back open at normal times. All the stores will be open back at 10 a.m.
Good.
We also have our sour diesel. We are rotating that one out, and we are going to start to rotate in the super sour diesel. I know it sounds very similar. They are somewhat similar, but completely different strains.
Yes.
So you'll notice in varying locations, as we rotate out the sour diesel, we'll be rotating in the super sour diesel.
Nice.
If I believe you might have had a chance to
I
beta test.
had beta tested that, and it's a little different than the sour diesel. It definitely has a different terpene profile and a different feel. It's very tasty. And with 3 other competitors having sour diesel, I think it's a really nice rotation.
Well, and one of our beta testers was swearing to me that for that energy and that being in so much pain, that uplifting, that they said that comparing it, that they just felt that they were able to get so much more done. They were like, I really wanted to go. I was accomplished. I cleaned my house.
Right. Yeah, I also found I liked the super sour diesel more than the sour diesel.
Yeah, but I mean, it's all preference. And so, if you have your heart set on the regular sour diesel we currently offer, you might want to get it now before we rotate it out.
Right.
Things will always be rotating.
So I heard you're doing a lot of hiring lately.
Yes.
You've got like over 350 people employed now.
Well, gosh, and
growing.
And we've just been growing. I mean, now with having the 13 locations, we have all of our locations are delivery hubs. We have our call center. If you are somebody who loves cannabis in this industry and are passionate about it, we would love for you to go on Trulieve.com and apply. We're definitely looking for some awesome team members to add to the family.
It's a very rewarding field to get into.
Oh yes. I mean, your heart, it definitely tugs on your heartstrings some days, but it's so rewarding. I can't say I've ever done anything more rewarding than this.
Nice. And you do hire patients also.
Oh, absolutely.
Patients do make great employees for dispensaries.
That's actually how I got involved with Trulieve. I was a patient waiting for my card to come in and just kept asking. I was like, by the way, once you're a patient, it can make it kind of scary for jobs. Some employers aren't recognizing this as a medication. And so it was really great that Trulieve was like, of course, we love patients. So
we actually just got done hiring our very first patient. at our clinic. So.
Oh my gosh! See,
Yeah,
this is
she's
really
a wonderful,
great. I hope
wonderful employee.
I hope more people jump on board and start supporting that. This is a medicine. It's way better than any of the medications I was on before.
Right.
So another big thing that I think that if you're cannabis savvy, maybe, or maybe even if you're not, the fact that we're Philo certified is huge. So when I first heard about that, I didn't know what that is. Patty and I were both like, the Galaxy. We're going to go to the Galaxy. So
it's just Leafly times 10.
Oh my gosh!
Basically,
yes.
It's just a lot more information if you deem to want to know it.
So if you're already a patient, you probably are aware that we post all of our lab reports, our independent lab tests online for you to see, because we want to show you that what we're saying is in your medicine really is what it is. But we wanted to take it one step further. Okay. And so when we're telling you, hey, this is 9-pound hammer, we wanted you to know that it really is. So these people are independent, and they say, yes, we certified it, we've verified that it matches the profile of that strain, and it also goes a step further. It tells you who else is in the family of that strain, what the closest strains to it may be. So maybe if we're rotating one that you really like out, you can see what the closest strains are. Right. Or you want to know if that's your sweet spot, your favorite strain, it also will tell you what the opposite strains are, to the ones furthest away. So maybe you want to avoid those ones. Yeah, that's amazing. So that's really interesting, and I think we're the only ones in the state doing that right now. Right.
So it's basically DNA testing is what they're doing to the plants, and it's a wonderful thing. You're the only ones that are doing that.
Yeah, and then the only other thing is, especially for your patients, here in Venice, if you've watched the wonderful neighborhood workshop that we had, we have submitted all of the paperwork, and now we're just waiting to find out when the next public hearing is going to be. So stay tuned. I'm sure that your patients and anybody tuning in, we would love to have you there to come have your support. But as soon as we get that date, Patty and Patrick, I'm sure we'll make sure everybody's aware of it.
Absolutely. That'll be our next closest spot.
Do we want to answer some questions that have come in on the live video?
We can.
Is the True Stick going to need new hardware?
No.
Yes.
Yes. It is a completely different pen.
That's not going to be. This is not going to be.
No, they're asking, can they use their cartridge?
You can't put this in there.
Oh, no.
It won't fit.
No.
But they are going to be reasonably priced, and so it's definitely going to be something that's worth adding to your product.
And they're a great pen. They're a great pen, by the way. Yeah. Jackie wants to know if you are getting access to mothers who have children with epilepsy, and she would like to know how to help. And I don't exactly know what that means. I know that you guys have Cannatol.
Yes, which the rescue nasal spray. And yes, we do have a lot of, I think she's asking if we have some pediatric patients, and we do. And I know that there are parents that love that Cannatol, the nasal spray, because, it's really hard when you're out somewhere to, and a child has it's a rescue spray is what it's meant to be, and it's truly, we've heard some great things. I'm sure if she wants to send a message to you guys, we could help connect her with some people if she maybe needed to ask some questions to some patients.
Alexander wants to know who your independent lab is. I don't know if you'd have that answer. I've seen it before. I can't remember.
Oh
what the
gosh,
name of it is.
and it
starts with an A.
I know it's like American Clinical Solutions.
Something ACSI or something like that.
I'm pretty sure it's American Clinical Solutions.
Brittany wants to know, what about the True Stick? I think she just tuned in. So what is the anticipation for release of the True Stick by Christmas?
By Christmas. We know it's on your Christmas list, Brittany.
Ben wants to know what is the news about flour. All that I can tell you in terms of flour is that the lawsuits are progressing. We've got the Redner case being heard next Wednesday in Tallahassee. So, those lawsuits are progressing, and if you've been following any of the advocacy efforts here in the state, you'll know that Trulieve has publicly stated that they support whole flour. So, I don't think it gets any... what is the name you said? Philo registered? You said Leafly on steroids. I think it's PHILOS.
No, PHYLOS.
PHYLOS.
And then it's the
Phylos
Galaxy.
Bioscience.
Yeah, the Phylos Bioscience Galaxy. It's really cool. If you type Patty and I just went on there.
A color copy.
You got a color one.
And so the one that we pulled right there is sour diesel, right? And so it said the closest ones would be OG Kush, and what was the other one on there, Patrick?
It's the inner circle is the immediate family member, and then the outer circle is more.
Well, but then they give you a population profile. So this says Sour Diesel has a heritage similar to varieties in OG Kush and Skunk.
Right.
So it's really cool because if you're looking if you want to venture out, but you want something kind of similar, I think it's great.
All right. Jonathan wants to know what's the difference with the True Stick, and me, the guy that's off camera, will explain this to you. The True Stick is this device right here. Okay, this is the battery for it. This is a pink version of it. Comes in black as well. This is the cartridge.
And it's got a magnetic bottom.
It's got a little magnetic bottom.
And so I think the biggest thing is what product
what
is in
is
there.
The
is the
product?
biggest thing.
True Clear.
The biggest difference.
It's inhalation True Clear. It is a 90 to 95% THC distillate, quadruple distilled.
That it is. And this is the magnetic charger for it. So...
You've been teasing everyone with that for so long. Everyone's like, "Where's my True Stick?"
As a patient,
I'm on that list as well, my friends. I am as well. Saying, "Where's my True Stick?"
Both Patty and I were provided with them as part of the beta test program, and out of all of the products that I've tried in the state of Florida, that is by far my favorite product. Absolutely love it.
Do you have anything else from Trulieve today?
No, I mean, other than that, definitely just a reminder, just make sure you get your limited edition holiday colored Mysticas and stick pins.
My favorite are the
green and
Mystica.
red. I love
Make it the merriest Christmas of all.
I know.
I'm dreaming of a green Christmas.
Who doesn't need a green Mystica?
Right.
Everybody.
So, I left off at a free ad. I'm sorry for that.
We're going back there?
Yeah, we're going back to a
Okay.
free ad. CBDs are, I told you they're back in the vapes for them. That's the only thing they have in vapes. But they're coming up with a new pen style. It's going to be similar to Surterra's pen. All I have is a photo right now. They are going to be launching that super, super soon. But I wanted to give you a tease about that. And then we have Knox. Knox is opening in St. Petersburg on the 20th at 12:30. That'll be the closest Knox for our patients here in Venice. Other than that, we have Cureleaf. Cureleaf is coming out with a clamshell case vaporization pen. I was supposed to have received this last night. I'm going to beta test this before they launch it. This is probably not going to be out for another couple of weeks. You hit it 5 times with your finger to turn it on, of course, and then 3 times to change the temperature settings. There's going to be 3 temperature settings on that. One of the settings is going to be between 155 and 160 degrees Celsius, which is 311 to 320 degrees Fahrenheit. The next setting will be 165 to 180 degrees Celsius. That's 329 to 356 Fahrenheit. And then the last setting, they say, is going to be 185 Celsius, which in Fahrenheit will be 365 degrees.
And the importance of those different temperatures and voltages is a different type of hit off of the device. The higher the voltage, the more throaty of the hit, the more kind of, I guess you could say, traditional cannabis hit.
They recommend to start that at a medium. Typically, you won't want to go up to the high. It's, first of all, going to eat your product up a little bit faster.
True.
So I would stick with the medium setting, unless you prefer a bigger draw. So they're coming out with that. They also have a new CEO. He's from Chiquita Banana. So they hired a Chiquita CEO to CEO there.
Sorry, I'm like Chiquita Banana.
Chiquita Banana. He's been around plants all his life.
That's so awesome. That is so awesome. Like, he really is from Chiquita Banana.
He's from Chiquita. Their new CEO is from Chiquita. Greg Roberts retired. I'm not quite sure the reasonings, but they have a new CEO.
He was tired.
Yeah.
And he needed to retire.
Yes,
I don't know.
We do wish him the best.
We do.
In his retirement.
We've never met him.
No.
Patrick just has jokes. Patrick just has jokes.
Yeah. But
any other questions out there?
Not really anything coming yet.
I will say the American Clinical Solutions is for sure.
Is it American Clinical
right.
Solutions Lab? I wanted to just talk real quick. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm going to.
Okay.
The Green Solution. Lots of people have been wondering what is going on with the Green Solution. We've been wondering the same thing. Patty and Dr. Gordon took a tour of the Green Solution, saw a bunch of beautiful plants, saw a bunch of beautiful product, and at the end found that they were using propylene glycol in their vapes.
Wasted an hour and 45 minutes, basically.
After Patty expressed her horror at that, and after Dr. Gordon said, we can't really advise patients to be using this type of product, it was made aware to us that the Green Solution will be removing propylene glycol from all of their inhalation products. We don't know what they're going to replace it with. We don't exactly know what the next step is.
I think they're going to do a lot more research before they launch something else. But I know they want to do delivery through our clinic. So if they get on board quickly, they can start that clinical delivery with Trulieve.
For Dr. Gordon's patients only.
Yes.
So,
sorry, everybody.
Is that it?
I just want to say thank you to the group, and we just got back from Miami. Everyone over at Art 420 and Minorities for Medical Marijuana, I believe, FloridaMarijuana.net, Cincy Magazine, all of them. It was just so great and so informative. I mean, there were doctors, there were patients, there were people who want to be patients, and beautiful art all around us.
A lot of smart people with a lot of great ideas.
Yeah. It's great to be in like a room full of people, and it's definitely not what you would picture. Back in the Reefer Madness, we said there was going to be a bunch of us all getting together, talking business and stuff. I don't think that you would picture it as being in an art gallery talking about very important issues.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, so thank you.
There you go. This has been another edition of Powwow with Patty, live from the Compassionate Cannabis Clinic in Venice, Florida. Visit us online at VeniceCare.com.
Bye, everybody.